Okay, we just killed Pursuer, so now here we are in the Bastille, heading towards McDuff for weapon upgrades. Grab the Dull Ember so we can buy from McDuff, light the bonfire, rest at the bonfire to reset the enemies. Hopefully that'll give us a bit better of a cycle. I'm going to slow walk past this part here, both because sprinting on ledges is not good for your health, and because I want to sneak past this guy so he doesn't hear me. Okay, gonna come over here and grab this large shard. It's worth 2,500 souls. It's a pretty big deal right now. We can't afford to skip them. Kill this guy, run around up here to get the dog's attention. We need that one over there to come closer to the barrel. Push the barrel off the edge, roll back into the corner, and down go the dogs. Now I'm gonna run up to this chest, but don't open it yet. That'll trigger the Pursuer, and we'll run back here to despawn the Pursuer. And this is when you pop your souls, because you have nothing else to do right now. He takes a while to despawn. And now we can open the chest. There's a fragrant branch of yore in here. We need that to get in the shaded woods. So we'll grab that and then move on. Now this next enemy, you can fight him out on the walkway. That's what a lot of people do. But I personally always seem to die when I try. So instead I'm going to sneak up on him, use a strong attack to stagger him, and get out of there. I'm going to lure him back here and blitz him around the corner. Now strong attacks from the rapier will stagger these guys. It's one of the few times in the run when I use them. Typically don't bother. Normal attacks are usually better. But the stagger is very much worth it for these particular enemies. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna open this chest, grab the antiquated key. We'll need that later after Flexile. Now we're gonna, okay, we have some time. We're a little early, or perhaps a little late, one of the two. We're gonna shoot this explosive barrel to blow this guy up and knock him off the edge. So sit here and wait for his foot to reach the top step. Right, it's not yet, there. And down he goes. Now we come up here for another large shard. Again, these are worth 2,500 souls, and we need that right now. Can't afford to skip it. And now we're almost done here. You just need to get past possible Forlorn invasion and one final enemy. Well, and some dogs, but they're not as big of a deal. So come in here, do not aggro the enemy yet. Keep an eye on your homeward bone. See if you get invaded. Looks like we're not getting invaded, so let's move on. If Forlorn does invade there, you want to run back quickly so you can take him out. You do not want to aggro this enemy yet. That's the important part. You don't want to deal with him and Forlorn at the same time. So I'm going to sneak up on him, poke him once, get out of there. I want to get him away from the barrel. If he blows it up there, I can't get to McDuff. That's bad. So I'm going to bait out an attack and then run around him. And use those strong attacks again to hopefully stun lock him to death. But no counter damage, so he didn't die. That's fine. That's why we go behind him. Alright, blew up on its own, so I don't need to spend a fire arrow. So I'm going to kill these dogs with iron arrows. With iron arrows you can 3-shot them. With wood arrows you can also 3-shot them, but you have to pause for stamina. Attacks do less damage if you don't have enough stamina to use them. So it's better to use iron arrows so you can afford to spam. Makes it a lot easier to get the kill. Alright, we made it. We're at McDuff. So it's time for some upgrades. I'm going to start by lighting this torch and opening the chest for some free materials. And then we're going to be able to get a +6 rapier and a +5 longbow. That's what you get for spamming. Alright, let's try this again. We're going to buy the longbow. We're going to buy 5 large shards to bring us up to 9. We're also going to restock iron arrows. We want to get to about 200. That should be good. Now we plus 6 the rapier. And plus 5 the longbow. Okay, and now we're ready to fight. Now we've got some good weapons. I'm also going to take a quick detour here to pick up the Craftsman's hammer, which is much better than the Morning Star for killing crystal lizards. It also comes with a Twinkling Titanite, which we can sell for 1500 souls. Not a bad deal. And we're done. So let's head back to Majula. Our next stop is Shaded Woods in RTSR. But first we're gonna level up. We also have 2 Estus flash shards to turn in. Now our first level up is going to be 11 endurance and 24 ADP. The 11 endurance gives us an extra attack from our rapier. It's very helpful, especially in Heide's tower. 24 ADP gets us up to 99 agility. That gives us an extra 2 iframes for a total of 12. It's 0.4 seconds of invulnerability per roll, and that's the equivalent of what you get at the start of the game in Dark Souls 1 and 3. So now we're pretty good at dodging as well. Now we head to Shaded Woods. Quick detour here for Divine Blessing. It's worth 600 souls. We're going to sell it later. As I was saying about the endurance, 102 gives you a 5th attack with a one-handed rapier, or sorry, a 6th attack with one-handed rapier, or a 5th attack with a two-handed rapier. You can also get an extra roll out of it, which is going to be very useful against some of the knights in Heide's Tower of Flame. It's also useful in general against any enemy, any boss. This is what we need the Fragrant Branch of Yore for. Toss a skull to keep these enemies busy. Toss another one when it's about to run out. Okay. I'm going to lock onto this enemy from around the wall, then strafe out and kill him. There we go. Gonna come over here for another Estus Flash Shard. The enemies don't really chase you into this door, so you should be safe here. And this shard is optional. You can get by with 3 Estus if you want to, but having more is helpful, so I'm gonna go up to 5. It's pretty easy to get 5. If you really want to, you could get by with 1 in theory, but it's more trouble than it's worth. So 3 Estus minimum, 5 is a good place to be, just for extras. Take out this guy with our friendly rolling attack, and run on through. That other enemy isn't going to get up until later, so we can just run on. Toss a skull. We do not want to deal with these rock throwing enemies, so keep them busy. And now we're safe. Nothing's going to be able to catch us now. Alright, so we're nearly done. Just going to go grab the red tearstone ring and bone out. I'm going to leave these enemies alive because they tend to mess with the ogre's pathing. It makes it a lot easier to get the homeward bone off. Run over here, dodge past. It's okay if you run out of stamina, because the ogre has a really difficult time reaching you over here. The tree and the little imp guys blocking. And we're done.